Hi guys, this is Miller Carlos. On tonight's video, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the first episode of the new Star Wars series. On the first episode of the new Star Wars series, Ashoka. So here we go, guys. I really enjoyed this first episode of this new Ashoka series. Now, as many of you, not most of you, but to the general public uh, that doesn't know a lot about Ahsoka's story, I I have seen a little bit of the animated series of the Clone Wars, but I'm glad that Disney Plus decided to bring her to life, bring her bring, bring her to life, bring Ahsoka, the story of Ahsoka to life in this live action new Star Wars series. So here we go, guys. The the first the first thing that I really enjoyed about about this first episode of Ahsoka was that we got a classic Star Wars prologue. You know, that we have seen, like many of us have seen before the start of any of the not first of the nine at the beginning of at the beginning at the beginning of each Star Wars movie, prequel, and the original trilogy, and of course the new trilogy. That's the new trilogy 7 through 9. I really enjoyed really enjoyed really really enjoyed that part. The obviously the second part that I really enjoyed about the prologue was that we 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 read as many like just the rest of like the rest of you. I read that it in with the red writing from the prologue that we saw yesterday, that uh, obviously the Galactic Empire has fell to the rebellion, but there's still sympathizers that love and want that love and enjoy the the Empire's rule over the galaxy. And just like just like just like in episode 5 of Star Wars episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, sympathizers to the fallen empire want the empire to get back in power, and these sympathizers are trying to undermine, basically reduce the newly peace and tranquility of the new and the rebirth of the still young new republic. And one of these uh, um, sympathizers to the Empire is Lady Morgan Lisbeth. Now, Lady Morgan Elizabeth, according to the Red Writing that we all read, is wants to bring back great Admiral Thrawn from exile. Now, now, according to the Disney according to the Disney animated series, or the Star Wars slash Disney Plus animated series that now we can see on Disney Plus. Admiral Thrawn is the new not only the new bad guy, not only the new tough dude or new guy that we have to worry about in the galaxy, but he's not only that. He's the heir apparent to the Sith vacated throne to power. Since in episode 6, Return of the Jedi, since in episode 6, Dark Sidious died. But as we all know, later on in the new trilogy, the new Star Wars trilogy, we would find out that Dark Sidious is alive, but again, Admiral Thrawn is the heir apparent to the Empire throne, and sister wicked sister Lady Morgan wants to bring Great Admiral Thrawn from exile, from the planet that he was left on by the winning rebellion that not only ended the Clone Wars itself, but ended the Empire, the Empire's rule. So, but there's also one thing. One of the key members to the rebellion, one of the key members of the rebellion, is the namesake of this new Star Wars series, Ashoka. Now, we see for the first thing that we see Ashoka doing is basically she's in a planet. She's on a planet that she's on a planet inside a temple, looking for a map. According to legend, or according to Lady Morgan, that Ashoka is trying to reach, and again, Lady Morgan is already captured by New Republic, the New Republic allied police force. Allied police force. But Ahsoka, when she captured or when she took Lady Morgan to the New Republic allies uh, to the New Republic to the New Republic allies police force or galactic police force. She 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 was told by Lady Sister Lady Wicked Sister Morgan that there was a map inside this temple on her home planet, which that's where we see Ahsoka when we that's where we see Ahsoka when we first see her, when we first get our pupils on her. So, but and here's why I say Lady Morgan, Lady Wicked Sister Morgan. Now, later on in the first episode, we find out that in fact yes, in fact, the planet that Ahsoka is inside this temple that has this temple that Ahsoka is in is Lady Morgan's home planet. But she's not only Lady Sister Morgan. She's a part of a clan. Lady Morgan or Lady Sister Wicked Sister Morgan is a part of a clan of witches. Now since I can't again some words in the Star Wars dictionary I can't quite pronounce that well, so you will have to forgive me if I don't know how to pronounce the name of Lady Sister Morgan's which sister clan, the clan name. So, but anyway, so Ahsoka gets this information from Lady Wicked Sister Morgan about this map that is inside this temple, inside of Lady Morgan's home planet. Now, this map is inside of an orb or a ball. Yes, a ball. I would call it a ball map. Yes, inside of a ball map. Now you have to decode it. You have to decode the puzzle, decipher the puzzle to open the circle, the orb that inside in hologram form is the map. The map. Now this map in total is the key according to Ahsoka and according to GQH, which is Ahsoka's assistant robot, basically, like C3PO is according to both Ashoka and GQH, this map, when you open it, it the map is the key to prevent another war. But it's not only a map to prevent another war like the Clone Wars, but it's also the location. That's what. But the map is not only the key to prevent another war, but it's also the map, also where you can find where Ahsoka or any Ahsoka or Ahsoka can. It's not only the map. The map inside the orb is not only the key to prevent another war, just like the Clone Wars, but it also contains the hidden location where Great Admiral Thrawn, Great Admiral Thrawn. Now, Great Admiral Thrawn, just like I said before, according to the red letters that we first see at the beginning of the episode, according to the red letters that we read yesterday, he's been exiled to a undisclosed location, and but again, and Lady Morgan is one of these separatists or one of these loyalists, hard rock loyalists to the newly fallen empire, and she wants to locate Great Admiral Thrawn, and Great Admiral Thrawn's exiled location where he's apparently stuck in. Now, there's another thing. We also meet Bing Scullin. Bing Scullin was a former Jedi. Now, a former Jedi. According to GQH, Ahsoka's version of C-3PO, Bing Scullin got lost, or was presumed to be dead. Just like Admiral Thrawn. Admiral Thrawn was presumed to be dead, but according later on, or in one of the paragraphs that we read yesterday of the red letters, there has been rumors that Admiral Thrawn is still living and kicking, because when you get exiled to a different location, you are disconnected from the outside world, from the from the outside world, and 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 to my knowledge, when you get Star Wars, and exiled, the word exiled together, that's pretty much it. You you can be, if you combine the word Star Wars, the word Star Wars, and the word exile. That's a recipe of that's a recipe of that's the recipe of death. But there has been rumors that 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 all this time, while being exiled, Admiral Thrawn is still kicking and thriving, presumably very, not only very well, but not only very well, but pretty much great. But going back to being former Jedi Master, Bing Scullen, he, according to GQH, Ahsoka's version of C-3PO, he, and according to New Republic records, Bing Scullen, Jedi Master Bing Scullen was presumed to be lost / death during the Clone Wars, and so but we see that not only Bing Scullen, not only former Jedi Master Bing Scullen is alive and not dead and pretty well himself, he's also acquired a new Padawan / apprentice, and Bing Scullen and his new apprentice get basically they help Wicked Sister Morgan to escape her galactic galactic prison cell, and then after that, the New Republic police, Allied police, the new Allied police that the New Republic is aligned with, has a battle has a blaster battle / lightsaber battle with Bing Scullen and his new apprentice, and after the dust is settled, the Lady Wicked Sister Morgan is basically, she's out of prison thanks to Bing Scullen and his new apprentice. So then we see then we go a little bit further, like later on in the episode, we see a new a new a new character. To me, a new a new character to me, but to many of you that have seen Rebels, maybe not, maybe not a new character to you guys, but to me, Sabine Wren, Sabine Wren, Sabine Wren. We see Sabine Wren now. Sub, now, sub, now according to Rebels, now according to the Disney Plus / Star Wars animated series, Sabine Wren is 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 Ahsoka's Padawan, but but something something in between Rebels, something in between the timeline of the rebellion that took down the Empire, somewhere in between the rebellion that took down the Empire, and somewhere and between the events a couple years after the events of Return of the Jedi, Ahsoka and Sabine Wren had an argument, and they deserted each other. Basically, they left each other alone, one another. Like the master, meaning Ahsoka left, meaning the master Jedi, or Jedi Master Ahsoka left her Padawan, and vice versa. Sabine Wren separated from her Jedi Master, and they haven't been talking to each other, or they haven't reached out to one another. And so Sabine Wren is Sabine Wren is now she is a rebel without a call, kind of without a without a clear path, but without a clear road to becoming a Jedi Master herself. And we also, just like Sabine Wren, to me, to you guys that have seen Rebels, the Star Wars Disney Plus animated series, we also heard, again, to many of you guys, this second name might be familiar too, but to me, he's a new one, just like Sabine Wren. It's the name of Ezra. Now, according to some articles that I read about the animated series Rebels, Ezra Ezra was a key component, a key. He had a major impact. Yes, he had a major impact in taking down the empire. The empire, and I truly and I'm not gonna ask why but because then because again I don't know about him but from what I read from the couple of articles that I read is that he was a key component, or he was a major and impactful player in the dethroning the empire itself, and just and when we first see Sabine Wren, she has been called upon by the governor of the planet that she's currently in to 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 commemorate, yes, to say a few words of of commemoration to her fallen 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 rebels, and one of these to one of to her fallen rebels that helped the the destroy dethrone the empire, and again, and one of these one of these rebels is Ezra is Ezra and in fact the governor of the planet that Sabine Wren that asked her to give a speech of commemorance unveiled a piece. No, I would call it a piece of rock art, which this piece of rock art had a mural painting of Sabine Wren and her fallen fellow fallen rebels of her crew, including Ezra. Now, the fun part of this ancient rock art piece mural is that the piece itself is awesome, but the mural shows off Sabine Wren and her crew, plus including Ezra, but it shows the animated versions of Sabine Wren and Ezra and the rest of their crew. So I thought that was a a very awesome tribute to the anime, to the Disney Plus / the Star Wars series / Star Wars animated series of Rebels. Then then later on in the episode, uh, after after running running away for a little bit, Sabine ran, or Sabine, she she kind of she kind she kind of she kind of she kind of uh, blows off the governor's request to give a speech of commemoration to her crew, and of course Ezra, who again was a part of her crew of her crew with the other members of her crew, and after that, and after a while, Sabine goes back to the governor and says, Governor, sorry, I totally forgot that I was supposed to give a commemorative speech about my fallen rebel comrades. And when she goes to talk to the governor, she for the first time in who knows how long, but I'm gonna guess about 7 years, or about 7 or 8 years, for the first time in 8 years, I'm just guessing here. I'm gonna go with 8 years since she has seen Ashoka. Her former Jedi Master. Her former Jedi Master slash trainer slash what Jedi Masters usually are to young Padawans, Guardians. And of course Sabine is like, she's like, hey, hi, Governor. Then when she says, when she sees Ahsoka, there's a little bit of, hi, Ahsoka. I haven't seen you in 8 years, perhaps. And I still have, and she gave Ahsoka a look of, I still have this thorn in the side of question, and I can't wait to ask you, and you answer, why did you leave me? Why did you leave me when I needed you the most? And Ahsoka's like, you're, to the governor and to well, she first says, first Ahsoka just like Sabine Wren is just like Sabine is gives her a look of like that, like the one that got away, or the one that I left the one that I left 8 years ago, and I haven't seen him since. But after the governor leaves to do gubernatorial duties, Sabine and Ahsoka go go into Ahsoka's ship, her Ahsoka's home ship, and this is where Ahsoka tells Sabine, first, how are you? First, how you been? Like, how are you? Like, very subtle, very very subtle, very subtle. Like, how are you? How you? It's been too long. That's the only way that guys. I think that's the only way. That's the only way that I can describe it. Like a very awkward. A very awkward. How are you? How are you? And then Ahsoka tells Sabine Sabine that she found the map. The map the map to of all maps to end this future war that we might have, and that uh, Lady Lisbon Morgan gave her the location of the map, and now Ahsoka herself has the map, and Ahsoka says to Sabine Wren, not only is this map very important to stop the future war that I can perceive, that I can see in the future by the force but this is also the map that has the location of Admiral Thrawn. But this was a total shocker to me, and to Sabine herself, that not only did Ahsoka tell her that she got the map from Wicked Sister Lady Morgan, and that the map contains the location where Admiral Thrawn is exiled and located and presumed to be dead, and might be still alive, and might be alive and doing very, very evilly well. But Ahsoka also tells Sabine that this map could also be, or could be the key to find Ezra. Now, according to before this discussion between Ahsoka and Sabine, Sabine is at her house, and she can't sleep. She can't sleep because she's having memories of, obviously, she's having memories of the rebellion, and pain, and of course the last words that Ezra Ezra told her before he vanished. But according to Ashoka, this could be the key. The map itself, this map could also help us find Ezra, maybe. So that told me that Ezra is probably not has been presumed dead for quite a while, just like Great Admiral Thrawn, but there's been rumors that Great Admiral Thrawn is again, just like I said, alive and doing evilly well. But since Ahsoka doesn't have any Jedi friends anymore because of the Empire's close friend ally Jedi's. To confirm this, she says in a way that the only way to see if Ezra's still alive is to go to this location on this map that we will have to find where the location is on this map, and we will have to see if Ezra is alive and not dead, like we thought. Then after this conversation that Ahsoka and Sabine have with one another, Ahsoka tells Sabine, can you decode? Can you decipher the lock of the map? And Sabine says, of course, I can do it. But then Ahsoka says, there's one more thing. The map, after you are done deciphering or unlock, after you are done unlocking the map, it has to stay with me here on my home ship. And Sabine says, okay. She says, okay, I agree with you. Cool. Right, like totally Ahsoka. But Sabine, when Ahsoka is distracted, or she's doing something else on the ship with GQH, she basically takes the map and steals the map and takes it to her house to decipher, to unlock it herself, alone, without Ahsoka being present while she's doing it. But then as she's trying to decode and find and unlock the sphere that contains the the hologram map. She um Beam Skullin, former Jedi Master Beam Skullin sends his 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 apprentice, his Padawan slash apprentice, to retrieve to retrieve to retrieve to retrieve to retrieve the map, obviously the sphere that contains the map. So him and her can fly to an undisclosed location where Lady Morgan is at right at this moment, and she will put it inside, and she will put the sphere inside of a little tiny crack inside of crack inside that is inside of inside of this rock face or rock face. And when she puts the sphere inside this rock face, it will activate the map inside the sphere, which will show the location of Great Admiral Thrawn. So Beam Skullin's apprentice goes to retrieve the sphere that again contains this map. But she doesn't retrieve it that easily. Sabine hears a commotion, or Sabine's Star Wars. Sabine's Star Wars type feline pet. Yes, feline pet. Tells her there's people in. Oh, I sense people are I sense strangers. I sense that there are strangers here, and so Sabine finds a piece of. She gets in a fight with Beam Skullin's apprentice henchman, droid henchman, and Sabine beats the holy oil out of them. Then I thought that we would get a lightsaber battle later on, like a little bit later on in this series, but I was jumping for joy when we see Beam Skull's former Jedi Master, Beam Skull's apprentice, and Sabine Wren have an early Star Wars present, an early Ahsoka the series present of episode one of or just an awesome lightsaber battle, lightsaber fight, which eventually where eventually Beam Skull's apprentice pierces Sabine Wren's abdomen, and Ahsoka and GQH and Ahsoka have to retrieve her from fly her off to a nearby medical center. But as soon as Ahsoka and GQ land Ahsoka's ship, Ahsoka's home ship, Beam Skull's apprentice disappears, and she's nowhere to be found. So guys, with that being said, that's how the first episode of Ashoka ends. So with that being said as well, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know who do you think we will see next in who do you think we'll see next in the third episode. By the way, sorry that I didn't mention that at the beginning of the video. Yesterday was a two episode premiere. I'll do my episode 2 review of Ahsoka on Sunday, maybe on Sunday or probably next week. So until then guys, bye, and leave a comment. Who do you think we will see in? Do you think we will see a new intriguing character? A new intriguing character and a major a major character that we will eventually find that will play that we will eventually find out that this character that we might see in the third episode play a major important part later on in the series. So let me know who do you think that new character or that someone could be. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.